Dr. Daniel Felstead is an academic and content producer whose practice focuses on the relationship between fashion, technology, and culture. He is the course leader of MA Fashion Media and Communication at the London College of Fashion, UAL.
So, we are living in the age of gross collapse of political, economic, environmental, ethical, bodily. To talk of collapse is to talk of structural failure, when the weight, force, or pressure can no longer be held, literally to fall together. As well as political, economic, environmental, ethical, bodily, we also have seen the collapse of cultural structures, of disciplinary boundaries, of media, of aesthetic hierarchies. This condition of collapse has seen a significant shift in cultural production, with fashion and gaming filling the void left by what was once called contemporary art. Maybe that term still holds something. And fashion and gaming have become arguably the dominant cultural forces of this kind of deranged times that we are living in. There are multiple ways in which to read this. In a general sense, this shift is a recognition of the platform as a general condition or logic in which cultural production now occurs, regardless of what being produced is for a platform or not. It is perhaps little wonder then that in recent years we have seen the convergence of fashion and gaming, a convergence intensified by the pandemic. Fueled by necessity and the hype of the metaverse, many fashion brands turn to gaming platforms to present their collections. Perhaps the best example of this was Balenciaga's game Afterworld, The Age of Tomorrow, which replaced their typically extravagant runway show with an equally extravagant video game experience, reportedly costing millions and taking 8 months to produce. In the preceding 4 years, we have seen the convergence of fashion and gaming consolidate and complexify. This year, we have seen the PS2 filter becoming a fashion TikTok hit, a gentle monster and Tekken 8, whilst Gen Alpha go batshit crazy with Roblox runway game Dress to Impress, of which Sam Cummings will discuss later today. In many ways, this kind of consolidation should be of no surprise. With an estimated 3.32 billion active gamers worldwide, gaming offers fashion brands an ideal means to connect to a young and global demographic. As Sean Monahan, the trend forecaster, states, for those under 30, the mainstream is the game stream. And with an annual revenue of nearly $200 billion, gaming offers an alluring financial market to tap. Similarly, the luxury fashion market not only offers the gaming industry a strong financial incentive, it also provides a means of developing cultural prestige and legitimacy, and therefore further cementing its position as a dominant cultural force. But what are the implications for a culture dominated by fashion and gaming? Unlike other fields, in their convergent and divergent ways, over the last nearly decade, fashion and gaming have seemed able to offer a stage where various economic, political, cultural, social, environmental, and infrastructural vectors converge. By embedding all of these abstracted and deranged forces into an array of diverse media channel outputs, fashion and gaming have managed to build worlds that offer compelling narratives that simultaneously reflect and escape, at least momentarily, the sublime horrors of this age of gross collapse. Both fashion and gaming are fundamentally concerned with world building. This is what they do. This is common knowledge for gaming. Games are premised on establishing a unique spatial temporal world bordered off from the real world, thereby allowing the psychic intensity of play to be performed. What the great theorist of play Johann Herziger calls sacred seriousness. A game builds a world through the weaving together of an array of different elements: the environments, levels, game mechanics, side quests, narratives, characters, NPCs, skins, abilities, assets, weapons, props, soundtracks, voice lines, etc. Likewise, fashion brands build worlds through the relentless creation of content in an equally diverse array of media formats and channels. Take Balenciaga as an example of this. In recent years, they have simultaneously produced collections, collaborations, runway shows, video games, Instagram filters, misjudged photo campaigns, Spotify playlists, one-off Simpson episodes, Fortnite skins, to name but a few. And if we follow writer Ursula Le Guin's generous definition of technology as, quote, the active human interface with the material world, then the claim I make is that fashion has now become a world-building technology, with fashion brands operating now as media platforms on which worlds are staged. As Cedric Charbet, CEO of Balenciaga, recently stated, Balenciaga has become a platform where anything is possible. And if world building has become a central mode of cultural production today, then what kind of subjectivities and bodies will it demand? To refer to the summit title, in gaming, buff means a positive change or improvement to the player and their abilities. Buffs are usually temporary, which take the form of in-game modifiers like spells, weapons, or abilities, and wear off after a certain period of time. Buffs can take on many forms. For example, a character can be buffed to help them perform better in the game. A weapon can be buffed to make it more powerful. An ability can be buffed to make it more useful. Game developers use buffs to balance the game, make underused options more appealing, or to shake things up. The term comes from the idea of buffing up something to improve its appearance. Buff also refers to the physical body. To be buff is to have a strong muscular body or form. It refers to a body that is optimized, a body that is athletic, a body that is built to perform. So through a variety of perspectives and practices over the course of the next 2 days, we will explore these questions and many more. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the summit.